Alright, just a quick video. So this is my 2006, my main Saab, and this cylinder just started leaking. I had replaced this one a while back, and for this one I got a refurbished or reconditioned or whatever one from Top Hydraulics, I think it is. It's been working great, but since I got the wrecker car, I figured I might as well try to pull the cylinder from that one and see if it works. So here is this out. I just sliced those for now to make it easier, but those are plugged in there. Anyway, since I had it in here, I just figured I'd do a quick video showing how to get this out of here. I've already done a good bit of work, so you've got these little tabs, and they're slid in up in that. So you got to kind of pry that out, and they get kind of stuck. Use a screwdriver, push it in from this end if you need to, push it out with the ridge on the other end. Get them out here, and there's another one of the same ones right here. Slide both of those out, and then these pop up out, and there's a little O-ring down inside there that I'll need to replace. I've got some replacements left over from when I did the other side, and I've also got some extra of those clips, so I'll go ahead and use the new ones. Let's see, so this on this end had one of these doohickeys on it. Just kind of have to use a screwdriver to pop this open and slide it down off of this side, and now this should be able to come out. I'm going to be careful because there's a washer. See the washer in between there that's going to want to fall out at some point. Nice thing is I have double of everything now with the other car, so if I drop something tiny I've got another one, but still I'd rather not lose any if possible. Oh, there it goes. Well, I'll get back at that in a bit. So then, down here, it's easier to lift it up first to get at it, but you'll see, camera focus, there's little tabs right here, and I'm going to have to put the phone down to do this, but basically you want to pry those up off. See this here? Pry these up, and then this whole thing kind of lifts up and slides outward. I'll come back at that in a moment. Okay, so I needed both hands to do it, but you can see now this little tab here is now up, and then this comes out like that. And again, I think there's, which I'm not sure, is there a washer there? Might actually not be a washer with that one, so I'm just going to go ahead and get that out of there. A little bit of fiddling, and there it goes. That's what that looks like. And this is out. Was there a washer? Oh, yeah, there was. There it is. Alright, anyway, there it is. That's out. Now, to put it back together is just the reverse of it. For these O-rings, I'm not going to worry about the ones in here because this is one I'm replacing, or possibly sending in to refurbish if the other one doesn't work. But anyway, to get those O-rings out with the one you're using, just get a toothpick, stick it in there, kind of grab it out of there, and then gently glide the other one down in. You want to put the O-rings into this first, and then put the connectors down in on top of that. Alright, so let's show you a little closer up exactly what I'm doing. His O-ring in here. I've already fiddled with it a little bit off camera to get it loosened. So I just want to kind of get it up out of there like that, and then put the next one back in where it was. So this is the new O-ring. The ones I got came pre-lubricated, and I'm just going to use this to slide it right back down in place, and then position it down where it needs to be. Finish it off camera so I can be more precise, but that is what it looks like. I'm going to do the same down here. Get that old one out, put a new one in, and then we'll put the whole cylinder back in place. Okay, so both O-rings are back in place now. So now we're going to try to put this cylinder back in place. Okay, got it clipped back in on the rear there. Sounds pretty fiddly. You kind of have to reach in from around here to push the clip back in, or the pin back in, and then come back around to snap it down in place there. But there it is. Now pull this back out and reattach the front part. There's that pin back in place. And then these just kind of snap right back in there, like that. And that. And then there's one of the new connectors I put there. It's not snapped in place yet. Put the other one right in here. Promise this is way easier to do without holding a phone. And I'm gonna get just a screwdriver or something to snap that into place. Just that. And then this one. And that should in theory be it. Let's see if it is leaking or not. So forgive the clutter in my trunk, but I forgot to mention we also need to fill this tank back up with fluid. This is what I use. Anyway, we'll fill that back up to the max because a good bit had leaked out, and then we'll see if it's working. Alright, I put the top down and up once, and it struggled a bit, but it got through. And you can see though that the fluid level has gone back down. That just means there's more air bubbles to work out. So I'm going to have to do that a couple times, fill it back up to max line each time. And no leaks so far though, so looks like I've saved myself about $200 there. And I'll just keep at that until no more air is leaking out, and then it should be good. Alright, so I've run this a couple more times, filled it up as much as needed, and no more air is bleeding out. So let's give it a final test to make sure all is working well. So far so good. Pause it here for a moment, make sure there's no more leaks, and that all looks good. I still need to clean it up a bit, but that's just from before. Nothing else is leaking out, so it looks like the salvaged cylinder is going to work. Close it back up. And there we have it.